Jaylen, to become more of a interior runner, a short yardage runner, is that more of a development physically or a development psychologically about how to run those?
I say really both. This off season, you know what I'm saying, I took upon myself, to physically develop my body, you know what I'm saying, create more muscle mass, you know what I'm saying. I've been, you know what I'm saying, I pushed the weight room harder, mentally, you know what I'm saying, it is a mindset. So yeah, I changed my mindset towards that to be a more physical runner.
What's up, Draft Wizard fam? It's your boy Jay Tuck, and tonight I want to talk about one of my favorite running back prospects in this year's class. That is Jaylen Wright, running back out of the University of Tennessee. If you follow me on Twitter, I've been speaking very highly about this prospect, but I wanted to dive into his film. And when you look at Jaylen Wright, he's 5'11", 210 pounds. We're running probably a 4.3, had 1,000 yards last year as a junior. This is a guy who's extremely elusive, and he has all the qualities and traits to be one of those premier running backs at the NFL level. So let's go ahead and get into the film right here. So when you watch Jaylen Wright play, the first thing I see is he has great pad level. He's a very patient runner, and man, his hips are extremely fluid. He's always moving. And he had about, I think, like 592 yards after contact, but he's extremely elusive, and especially in between the tackles as well. And like you said, you see the patience of him setting up the front side pull, just coming downhill, great pad level. So he has, some of those qualities that you're looking for in the running back. The footwork is there, the vision is there, right? The elusiveness is there, the hips is there, right? Everything is there in this prospect. And this is what we all come to see. This is why I love this prospect. We spoke about Blake Corum and some other running backs, so definitely check out those film sessions. But when it comes to Jaylen Wright, he is a home run hitter, y'all, and he will hit his head on a goalpost, as you see right here. He is off to the races, and there's no catching him. That's 4.3 speed. Now, there's been some conversation. I've been kind of watching some, some draft talk, right? Will he either run a 4.2? Will it be a 4.3, right? But he definitely has the speed and capacity. When he gets out in the open field, he's one, elusive enough, so it's hard to take him down. But two, he has that burst. And if you give him the slightest crease, y'all, he is off to the races, man. So I definitely love that about him, because some of the other prospects that we talked about, this is some of the concerns. But when you look at Jaylen Wright, that isn't a concern. If you give him a crease, he's gone. Now, as a receiving threat, he really isn't a quote-unquote wide receiver, right? He doesn't have some of those traits, like he doesn't run a complete route tree or anything like that. But you see right here, you can flex him out. He's a screen swing guy. But if you get him out in open space, like I said, it's hard to tackle this kid. He doesn't go down easy. I think he had 43 missed tackles forced last year. So like I said, he doesn't go down easy. And so if you get him matched up, especially on the perimeter versus, some of these linebackers at the NFL level or some of these safeties, he can definitely make him miss. And if he makes you miss, and like I said, if he gets that crease, he can definitely be off to the races. But good quality. I think he had like 22 receptions last year. Didn't even have a drop. I think only had like one drop last year. So nothing too crazy, like 140 something yards. But like I said, he's a swing screen guy. But sometimes with the power that he possesses, being out to get out the gates like that, that's all you need. Just get him the ball and get him out of space. So if you're a Cowboys fan watching this, if we were going to run that traditional West Coast, he would definitely fit that mold. Now, he's not just a perimeter guy. He's not just a space guy. He can run between the tackles, as you can see right here. Now, he runs violent. Now, is he a punishing running back? Probably not, right? But he runs hard. Think of like Isaiah Pacheco, right? Isaiah Pacheco isn't a bruising force, but his legs are always moving, and he's not afraid to come downhill. And when you watch Jaylen Wright, he comes downhill. Like I said, good pad level, securing the ball. I think he only had one fumble last year. I think he had like 3 or 4 the previous year, so that definitely improved. But he has great pad level, legs are always chopping, not much wasted movement to come down the trenches. He's definitely not afraid to run in the A gap and the B gap. So don't think of him as just as a perimeter guy, because they run a lot of zone blocking schemes, but also gap blocking schemes as well at Tennessee. So he's like a little variety of both, right? And you need that in a running back, because that way you're not just bounded by a scheme, right? You're not just an outside zone team or inside zone team or a gap blocking team. Like, you can do a lot of different things. and he's not afraid to run in the trenches. And like I said, he has a great pad level when you watch him run. Just watch him slow-mo. Boom. Now, I will say this, right? Like I said earlier, he's not going to be the type of running back that can impose his will, you know? So if you're looking for those big Derrick Henry bruising type running backs, especially for Cowboys fans, I know a lot of you guys are wanting that. That's not really going to be him. Like I said, he runs violent, but he's not going to be punishing and trucking people, getting those, you know, dirty yards. That's not really his game. So think of more of that Tony Pollard-ish kind of role. But, you know, my guy Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk, he texted me today like, yo, Tuck, do you think the Cowboys are going to keep Tony Pollard? I personally don't, unless it's going to be at a discounted price. So if you're looking for a guy that can come in and do those Tony Pollard-esque things, Jaylen Wright definitely can fit that mold. And you'll see right here, just the ability to bounce outside, quick bounce. And man, he's a guy that you definitely have to chase. So if you in a blink of a moment, he can definitely make you pay for it, right? So good hips, sideline to sideline, but he can also come downhill. He has a lot of great qualities. And like I said, his most dynamic asset, he's a home run hitter. Babe Ruth, he's out of here, baby. Missed tackles, open field, you're not going to catch him. GG's in the chat. It's a touchdown, man. I love this kid. Man, he's definitely on the J-Tuck pet cat list. Like I said, a lot of people, you know, they haven't really been speaking about him too highly. You know, I've been talking about him for about weeks now, but I wanted to get his film out, y'all, because I want y'all to see what I'm seeing. And he definitely has all the abilities and characteristics to be a dynamic running back at the NFL level. And like I said, he's only 20 years old. And if you watch Tennessee, you know they play that spread offense, right? So he doesn't like he has a lot of carries and tread on his tires. He is young and still just getting revved up. And as y'all see, all he needs is a quick crease. He's going to make you miss. See, make you miss. Make this tackler miss. Number 11. Get up off me. Oop. And he's gone. Out to the races. And then showing that, you know, that elusiveness and that ability that he possesses, right? Like I said, good fluid hips. Boom. Look how sticky he is in the backfield. That's madness, making people miss. Ooh-wee. Y'all know y'all like that. Don't. I know some of y'all probably hating in the comments, but I know y'all like that, man. He's sticky. He's very glitchy out there. And man, like I said, in the open space, he's definitely going to be one of those those running backs you're watching on Sunday. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at that hips. Bam. Stick and move. Stick and move. Got him. Got him. It's jock strap all on the field, man. Nice. Very nice. Love it. Love it. Love it. Hard to tackle in the open field. But like I said, don't just limit him to an open field guy, an edge guy, a perimeter guy. He can definitely come downhill. Patient runner, always setting up his blocks. And when he's out the gate and he sees his crease, that's all he needs is to see that crease. And once he sees that crease, he's taking it. He's cutting on a dime. Not a lot of wasted movement. Boom. Like I said, he's making tacklers miss a lot. And this is the SEC. I mean, go back and watch his Georgia film. He played well versus Georgia. You know, watch his Missouri film. Like, he's playing against the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? This not, you know, the University of St. Mary. You know what I'm saying? He's in the SEC. He's playing against the big boys out there. And he's definitely holding his own. And like I said, he's able to get some of those tough yards. But don't just lock him in as kind of just being this perimeter guy. He runs violent. He runs nasty. He runs physical. I definitely love this prospect. Now, I know the magical question a lot of people ask, you know, when it comes to pass pro, he's decent at pass pro. Now, at Tennessee, they didn't have him pass pro in a lot, right? But like I said, go watch his Georgia film. He played well versus there in pass pro. He only gave up like 0 sacks, only 1 quarterback hit. So it's not like that's his strongest point, but there's always going to be area improvement with any draft prospects. But when it comes to Jaylen Wright, running back out of the University of Tennessee, I definitely love this kid. Now, for me personally, I have him ranked in my top 4 as running backs, and he might even move up depending on the medicals and also the combines, right? I see some people, they have him as like a day 3 prospect, you know, 4th, 5th round, maybe even the 7th round, which I don't see that. I think he's going to slide up in moon rockets, especially after the combine. Like I said, he's only 20 years old. But like I said, y'all, this is a guy that if he's sitting there, I would say 3rd roundish, I would go grab him, and I would have zero hesitation because he can bring a lot of things to any NFL offense, and especially our Dallas Cowboys. This is one of my pet cats. I love this prospect. He has everything that you need in a running back, and I'm excited to watch him at the next level, man. So comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms at jtuck151. If you love draft content, don't go nowhere. I got a video right there, so click on that playlist. I got banger after banger after banger after banger. But when it comes to Jaylen Wright, running back of the University of Tennessee, you on my pet cat list, bro. Let's get it. Peace.